And then when he bought it, well, he wanted to move to the big house, right?
Huh.
But the girls refused, saying it was scary and asking who would live there. This is where they used to milk the cows. Look, right here. Here to these little posts they used to tie up the cows, and here they would milk them. There were once many pillars here, but now only the base stones remain. I think this is still the Hacienda's original paint.
Yes, I think so.
It seems to me that these were the things they used to use to press the cheese. And this was from the fancy carriage.
Let's go.
The owner's is thinner.
No, well, it had more speed. More speed? That's great. How are you, friends? Let me tell you that now we're back here in this community of El Tigre, Villanueva, where we came to visit a friend who, well, is kind enough to give us his time and open the doors of his home to us so we can see what's left of the Hacienda, the Corrals of the Hacienda. How are you? Good morning or afternoon?
What time is it? I think it's still morning.
What's your name?
Gustavo Barajas.
Gustavo Barajas. Are you originally from here?
Yes, from here, born here in El Tigre.
What year were you born, Gustavo?
In 1960? 60.
Did you still get to see, let's say, the original people from the Hacienda, or were they already gone?
Yes, I still got to see the last Hacienda owners who were here. The owner's name was Antonio Gutierrez Cornejo. They went to Aguascalientes, they were from there. And he had a partner, his name was Donato Villaseñor. The two of them were the owners.
There were two partners here? What was the main activity of this estate? Agriculture, livestock?
Well, agriculture and livestock, and besides that, they also milked. There was milk too.
Did you have, let's say, dairy cattle, so to speak?
Well, it was Swiss cattle, I think. That's what it was, or Swiss.
Anyway, the main thing when it comes to supplying this hacienda with water from which all of this was sustained. Did they build a dam or did they have wells?
There used to be springs further up here. They pumped the water from there to the tank up there, like you saw. And from there it was distributed here to that orchard.
From the springs, they sent it to the reservoir.
Yes.
So I think they were very good springs.
Yes, back then there was plenty of water, but now it's scarce.
So, did you get to meet any of them?
Of the owners, Antonio and Donato. The cowboy foreman was named Jose Chavez. He was from Huayucar and worked as the cowboy responsible for the pastures here, especially the smaller ones.
He wasn't from here?
No, he came from Huayucar. It seems he came recommended by General Lopez.
No.
No, over here. Well, yes.
Well, it was the same people, right? General Lopez and all the landowners there.
General Lopez used to come here for rodeos. Everything was open back then. And here they held rodeos. They brought the band and they used to party here.
So they used to have fun?
Yes.
The gentlemen, yes?
I didn't get to see that anymore. Now I just hear the conversations.
The conversations.
Right? The people I'm telling you about, the last Hacienda owners, I did know them.
So, listen, in the end, did all the land that belonged to the Hacienda become communal land? Or was it sold? It's just that they had
already taken away a part from the communal land. And the last part that was left over here, towards the south, there were, how many would it be? Like about, maybe only 2,000 or 3,000 hectares remained. About 2,000. And in the end, the Hacienda owners decided to leave. And my dad was the manager at that time. And they told him, you're staying here. Sell what you can, keep what you want, and then they left. And my dad took care of selling, but he didn't have the money to buy. He bought a part of it, and here he bought the main house of the Hacienda.
They gave him the chance, yes. To a certain extent, those people who worked for him, well, they were trusted people. In some cases, they took advantage of that. In almost all of the estates we've seen, the estate managers would keep the hacienda complex and a small piece of land as much as they could.
Like you said.
So then all that land ended up as small private plots.
Yes.
The rest, well, is communal land. Here, what was the main house was sold in lots, so to speak. Yes, where you are and all this.
Yes, well, here were the corrals of the hacienda. They were.
Did your father give each of you a piece here?
Yes, he left it to us here. He already passed away.
And Chris said, well, whoever wants to make use of it now can do so. The big house is also yours now.
She sold it. She sold it because they said my sisters, the oldest ones, were all women. After he bought it, he wanted to move into the big house, right?
Huh.
But none of the girls wanted to. They said it was scary and asked who would live there. And so, no, he ended up selling it instead.
He sold it for
15,000 pesos.
the big house?
To Don Fernando Silva, who came here from Los Aparicios. Then this man sold it to another man for $2,000 or 25,000 pesos.
At that time, the dollar was worth 2.50. And has it changed hands or not?
Is it still the same?
Yeah, it's still with them.
Yes.
Still with them? Hey, the fact that, for example, your sister said no, well, it's just that it's scary over there. Did they ever find out anything?
They just heard it in conversations, that's all. But
No, nobody knew.
exactly. They never saw anything, just that since it was an old house, well, it was scary.
Usually they were mostly used to scare people. Excuse me, what is it that on your part of the property we're seeing some feeding troughs over there?
There are the feeding troughs.
Can we go see that kind of structure you have here?
Well, it's all piled up over there, but it's still there.
No, but you still keep it anyway.
I mean, we built that little wall afterwards, and
This is already a middle section.
here,
The corral and everything here are all original.
Everything.
Everything is original.
all the walls.
So here, all around this area were feeders, right?
Yes.
This one doesn't seem very friendly.
She disliked the conversation. Move over there.
Um,
This is where they milked. Look. They used to tie cows to these posts here, and here is where they used to milk them. There were once many pillars, but now only the bottom stones remain. All of this had a roof over it all around. I never got to see it with a roof. I only saw the pillars, and they were still there.
but the roof was already gone.
The roof was already gone.
So this corral goes all the way to the property here.
Up to the church already, everything is, all the way behind the church already.
Can you imagine how many cows were tied up here with, what, about 2 meters between them?
Well, let's say 2.5.
Yes, the next one would be here. They had space to eat here. The curious thing to me is that this stonework starts here and stays at the same height.
And here it offers an improvement.
Look, this one, come here, Eric. All intact. It's a single piece. From here to here, it's a single piece. And the thickness is what? 40 centimeters, which is this part where the cattle used to bump into. Maybe they used to work it here, right? Back in those years.
Well, I think they brought the stone here, they brought it and worked it here, and then they put it in place. That's what I think.
Yes.
It could have been like that.
Yes, because, I mean, they could work on them over there back then.
They could get damaged or break.
They could break during the transport. So, yes, you're telling me they produced milk?
And there was a man in charge every day, every single day with a cart. I think they said his name was Pablito Marquez, but he has already passed away. He was responsible for taking the cart to the Cuemara intersection. A truck would pass by there, I think, and they would pick up the milk there and then take it to Zacatecas,
They just make ice cream and popsicles.
I think.
Or maybe they were already selling it bottled like they do now.
Yeah, because before I think they used glass bottles in the cities.
Yeah, because there's a lot of places to feed the cattle.
Let's say.
Yes, and then he says there were milkers. He had milkers, and yes, they took them. The cattle you mentioned was Swiss cattle.
Yes, it was Swiss cattle. Maybe it wasn't pure, but it was very Swiss, a Swiss crossbreed.
So then, well, here it has been changing as needed, right? By you all, each one on their own piece. Over there are some other pillars still left. Already without a roof.
Already without a roof.
Yes, we were looking at these channels here. There are two kinds, right?
Yes, these were the ones here from the pens. These, like this one. This one is already broken. This one was from the warehouses where they stored the fodder, the corn actually. The corn, yes, beans, because at that time, well, they didn't grind the fodder.
Just look at the thickness of that channel, and the water outlet is much wider, I think, because
There are some over at my dad's house, over there, completely intact.
they're still preserved.
Yeah, I put 3. What?
Just look at the work those people used to do, sir.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I think they had a lot of laborers, right? So they could keep up with the construction. They had many people who worked the stone. The manger is still there, right?
All the way over there?
No, well, yes. How many meters is it? Like 40. 40 on that side.
No, well, it must be about, yeah, at least 40, 45. And that one was about 50.
For the street, for the one over there?
Yes, it even goes all the way to the street now. It continued here, but everything has already been destroyed.
So actually the whole area was the feeding area.
The whole area was used as a feeding area.
Yes, they had a lot of cattle, a lot of milk production. Here they are. Look how beautiful they are. What beautiful work that is, sir. These are originals. They haven't been moved.
Those haven't been moved at all.
What's interesting here is that we can count the stones that were used, sir. That's why I'm telling you.
The one below and the one above is just one.
Yes, not just the one above. This one is also just one. That one wraps around.
This one doesn't. Many are single.
Really?
Yes.
And this one is also complete.
Yes.
Here I think for the stoneworkers, it's like someone telling them, make me a shirt, make me some pants. I want them in this size.
Yes, because
Look, this one, that one, those over there, and those. The kind of decoration they used to give them, you know?
yes.
The shape at the end. And here too, here's another one. It was kind of like, it was a rule. These are complete.
I think it was to keep it closed so they couldn't open it.
So they wouldn't open these or those.
Yes.
Yes, wow. What will remain of these people? Nothing, right?
And now more is falling. Well, supposedly the man who founded the hacienda here is buried in the church.
Wow, who stayed?
And he, as far as we know, right, the original was Mr. Andres Iturralde. He was the first owner of the hacienda.
He was the one who basically founded it, so to speak.
Supposedly.
These were divisions. What would they be here now?
Here they were stables, everything. That's what they called them. Stalls, look at them. Or horse stalls.
Horse stalls.
They were all divided and roofed. That canal we saw over there.
The big one or the other one?
No, the smaller one. He used to sit on this stone. Each pillar had a similar stone. He used to sit here by the channel.
It was the base?
The base of the channel. And these are the ones that went here in the corners. The corner pieces. You can see them better here. These were the ones that went in the corners. In that corner, that's where the date was. It's still there. But it's no longer set on top of the stone, of course. Thank you. That little square one over there.
The one with the stick on top.
Yes. But who will climb up to take it down and check the date?
It says 1884.
1874.
74? That one, where was it?
Where was it? It was there in the corner, on top of the corner shelf. That one.
See, they put that one there. What I have always admired, The ingenuity they had for, I go back to the same point, the final decorative touches. I mean, look at the churches, the cathedrals, all of it. How could they have had all that in mind? Or maybe they brought a person like nowadays, an architect, right?
I mean, maybe there was.
Who would bring the blueprints or something like that? But they did some work, well, and the work was done by the ones who carved the stone, right? They just gave the orders.
Yes.
They just gave orders. That's how I want this. I mean, they were shaping things as the work progressed.
Over there were some stones I saw before. They were scratched, like they would mark the blocks and scratch them, and then according to the marks they made, they would shape them. Maybe I don't remember, but I saw more over there. They would draw on them,
so to speak. Here, for example, that pillar, we want it to be 2 meters high and with this many stones like this and like that. And they were making, right now, well, you can do it too. An architect, and they make it over there, they carve the stone, and then they just bring it and assemble it. But right now, there are a lot of ways to move all that.
Yes, and now there's a lot of machinery to get things done.
To load and to do, especially to get things done now.
Before it was all manual.
All by sheer effort.
All with sledgehammer blows and without a chisel.
And the work they did turned out really, really beautiful. Here, this was a buja, right? Here they would put in what? A palomita or a palometa? Because here it is, look, a piece of wood.
Well, maybe, or it was like a...
Like a kind of filler, like maybe this broke on them or something like that, or what?
No, maybe there was a door here. Here was a door frame. Yeah, maybe the door was attached there or something.
Yeah, these are the pins that were used for the traditional crossbar doors, right? Crossbar doors.
Crossbars? The other part is over there.
Yeah, that's where the bar would go, and it wouldn't just slide when you passed by. I still got to see some gates there that divided the pastures. That's where they kept them. It was big. The land of the house here at the Hacienda, let's say, here in the area where they had their warehouses, the cowboys, the workers.
Those are the warehouses where they stored the grains, if you want to see them. Let's go.
Which way should we go?
We go out this way?
All right, let's go. Here was the little chapel, like I've always said.
Hey!
All the Hacienda owners were very Catholic.
Yes, they use needles for everything in all cases.
In all of them, in all the haciendas.
All of this was done later, all of this.
Yes.
This is all new now.
It was added, right? This one.
There's the date. The corral is older than the church.
Oh, really? 1891? Wow, everything here is beautiful.
Actually, this was the real main house.
Here, yes, well, over there are the corrals.
From there to over there.
Aha.
But since it was already half destroyed at that time, these gentlemen already fixed it. They brought it back to life. The little facade there, well, it turned out very nice for them. And then later they moved to that one over there. Over on that side, that's the one we didn't want to live in. Ha! All of this here was already in ruins. That's why the estate owners moved to that one over there.
Or they themselves moved.
Yes, well, the last ones did.
Hey.
Yes, the first ones were here. They just rebuilt this whole front this year.
But it's nice that there are people who are interested in this. That used to be the garage of the...
Where they used to park the cars, the landowners.
They used to park them here.
Yes. Impressive size, right? Look.
And the doors work perfectly.
Those are cart axles. Ha! And here they would park the car. No, it wasn't a car. Well, later on, when the landowner came, Mr. Antonio Gutierrez, he would come in a truck. And here he would park his truck. I believe this is the Hacienda's original paint.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Well, those are the axles.
And there you have, like, look, for example, the spring center screw. Here it was set so that it wouldn't.
For the wheel?
Yes, for the wheel.
The hub went there. It's round like this.
Big, right?
Then the wheel spokes would extend from there. There are some rims inside too. Chihuahua.
Well, here is everything.
Everything is going to be rebuilt.
Yes, well, it has a roof, but it's preserved.
Yes, there's the date of the granaries, 1870 and 1876.
He was leaving. 2 more years.
Newer than over there at the Corral.
Look.
That one is 74, this one is 76. Where? I found it here with 76.
Are you selling? This one and this one.
There were 3 doors in these 2 middle rooms. There was just one door that connected both of them. And this room, you can see the name there, and the number 1, it was called Jesus. And the one in the middle was called Maria. And the last one, Jose. That's still the original door.
See? Still?
Number 4, since there were 2 storage rooms in the center.
Uh-huh.
But there was only one single door.
One door connected the 2 rooms.
Yes. Let him open it.
There's enough space here. Here, that was the floor.
It's just that here it's only this piece of cut stone. And over there it's brick.
But it's basically the same thing, let's say.
Yeah, from the same time.
From the same era.
Yes. And that's the original staircase they used to use to go up on top of the storage buildings.
That one.
Yes, and that's where they put it. There it is.
That has been its place. It was its place and it always has been.
Yes. Here are some wheel rims from the big wagons. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And this was the one with the fancy carriage. Let's go. The boss, he's thinner. Daddy?
No, well, it was faster.
Yes.
Hey, no. All this wood, if I'm not mistaken, must be the same kind they used here.
I think these things were where they used to press the cheese.
This.
I think these little holes were for
the outlet.
so the whey could come out. And this is a cream separator. You would turn the cream separator here. But no, not anymore, no.
Well, it must have. Notice how they thought of everything anyway. I was telling you that maybe there's wood here that they've taken from those same buildings.
All that round timber came from the warehouses. This square one wasn't?
No, if anything, it's that one. Those beams, as they used to call them, as they're still called. Hey, well, yes, now it's just about keeping that staircase intact. Someone else would have already put some of that under the griddle, and patched it up a bit. So that it stays preserved.